What's going on, you guys? We are going to have a power surge spread. I think these are very, like, honestly, the spread is fun for me. I think it's fun because I like the the individuality of it. You know, it's okay to sometimes get those collective reads, but sometimes they pick up on what other energies got going on. When what's really important in this time of change that we're all going through, is what we can do to better ourselves, to work on our peace, on our healing, and that has absolutely nothing to do with other people. That's a you thing, you know? So we're gonna do a power surge. And what the power surge is just a 4 card spread that lets us know what our block is, what's not connecting, how we can make that connection work or reignition, what's grounding it, and how we can keep it flowing. How we can keep it flowing. Okay? So I had already did a little shuffling. So we're just going to pick 4 random cards here. Okay. Yes. And hopefully you guys are doing great. Hopefully you guys are doing good. And even if you feel like you're not, know you are. Because that's what we have to tell ourselves. Those affirmations, everything is going to be all right. Even when it seems like it's not. It's going to be. Because it has to be. And I believe in a higher power. And I believe that, as they say, he ain't going to put too much on us that we cannot handle. Okay? So it's something we have to go through. Lessons ain't always bad things, right? Like, these are things that help us grow as individuals. Okay? Remember to use your discernment. You don't have to make everything fit that don't fit. If it don't align, if you don't agree, you don't have to take everything personal. Okay? Then what we're going to do is get this set up just like this. Again, these are individual spreads. All right? This is about individuality. What we can do to better ourselves, continue to improve on our healing journey. Okay? All right. This is going to be the disconnect. All right. This is the disconnect, the reignition, the grounding, and that what keeps it flowing, what keeps it going. Okay. We have the page of dice. This is in the disconnect. We have that 4 of spokes. Queen of dice. Yep, Queen of dice. And justice. All right, you guys. We have the page of dice. Now, because this is that type of spread, let's see. We're here to make sure we're pulling out things to help ourselves. This is your, and again, in this deck, dice are swords, you guys. There's swords. And the reason we're reading, because again, if this had been like a different spread, we'll go off of the imagery here, but this is supposed to, for you guys. In here, a page of dice would be Will Byers is full of creative ideas, from stories to game campaigns to exploring the world of science. As the page of dice, Will is finding his voice, learning how to express himself, his presence. And your reading encourages you to pursue your ideas, consider new ways of communicating your thoughts. Okay? Keep that in mind real quick. That way we can get a big picture here, right? This is in your disconnect. So if this is in the disconnect, this is once again embracing something about yourself. There's something stuck here. Look at, again, he's on this like little platform. Or maybe you need to use a platform or some type of way to get your voice out there to be heard, because you feel stuck. There's something stuck here. He is on that platform. This 4 of spokes, which would be the 4 of cups. Spokes are cups here. Let's see. You shouldn't like things because people tell you you're supposed to, but when the 4 spokes enters your reading, it can indicate that you aren't happy with anything. If you refuse to explore your surrounding and keep those curiosity doors closed, you're going to miss out on amazing adventures. Okay. This is in your reignition. You need to do what you need to do for you. There's stuck energy here in the block. So remember, this here is the disconnect. If this is a power surge, think about this as like a switch in order, and we're talking about if you were creating a switch, it's not working. It's not working. Something has you feeling stuck, like you're not being heard. Maybe you're not tapping into something. Like you feel stuck. And the ignition here is doing what you want. So maybe you're stuck doing something. You guys could remember this is an individuality spread. Some of you may feel stuck. Maybe you're at a job you don't want to be at. A job that don't let you express you for you. That's what that can feel like sometimes. It's like you have to do things that other people want you to do, and we know that can come off very strongly in the workplace. If this is in relationships, it's the same way. Like, why do you have to do something you're not comfortable with, right? It's about tapping into what you want, what makes you happy. Something you're doing, it's not making you happy. It's in a disconnect. And then we have a Queen of Dice here. This is a Queen of Swords. This is in the grounding. You might have to put your foot down. You might have to put your foot down. And let's see, just for you guys, if you want to know in this deck what the Queen of Swords is, we already know. This is a truth. The grounding is standing in truth. And I ain't playing about it. Like, you have to stand on this. You got to own that. Remember, this is your grounding. So it's already here. You have that. You just need to own that. You need to own that. The justice is here. Remember, this is what keeps it flowing. This is what keeps your lights on, right? If this is a light, the light ain't on right now. This is what you need to do to ignite it. This is what's grounding, and this is what keeps it going. The justice. Always having that justice for yourself, right? And like I said, let's just see. In here. And here the queen is. You won't find a better gamer in all of Hawkins than Max. With her confidence, willpower, outspoken honesty, she's perfectly embodies the Queen of Dice. She embodies she emboldens you to think quickly, trust your assessments, and act accordingly. You may find yourself needing to make snap judgments. The Queen of Dice indicates that you have clarity. You need to just make the decisions. I just said that. So yeah, you just need to stand on that. Like, it's almost like not feeling confident in your own decision making. You feel blocked about it. This can also be maybe outside noise. So sometimes that's why I said this is an individual spread. This is an individual spread. Don't feel you need to shy away from this type of energy. This is what's grounding you. This is what's grounding you. Sometimes we don't say what needs to be said because we don't want to hurt others' feelings. We don't do certain things because, it's a hindrance. We may not leave this company because, they won't have no help. You know how you put that 2-week notice in? But let me tell you something. They see you as a body. You would be easily replaceable if all they had was somebody coming in fast enough, right? Don't feel that way. It's not making you happy. Something's not making you happy. And that's why you have a disconnect. Remember, this is an individuality spread. This is what, when we're on our healing journey, this is what's blocking us. And we're going to go through blockages, right? We're going to go through hurdles on this journey. Like, it's not perfect. Remember, the disconnect, the reignition, the grounding, what keeps it flowing? Justice. Staying true to you. And you already know how she was. She was bold with it. You already know how that character was. She was bold. She actually had to step into that because she wasn't like that throughout like all the seasons. Like in the beginning seasons, it wasn't like that. She had to grow into that. Like, be firm in your decision making. Be firm in that. Standing up for yourself. Doing what makes you happy. Is she not grounded? She's stuck there. Again, there's another pawn here, but this stuck is different from this stuck right here. This stuck is feeling, if this is about having your own voice and your aspirations and whatnot, you're not moving on them. You're not moving on them because this is in a disconnect position. Move on it. Own it. Do what makes you happy. If you're no longer happy in a relationship, let it go. You don't have to be rude to people. That's something I'm starting to really learn is it's okay to choose you. It's okay to choose you. Whether that be in an intimate relationship, work, family, it's okay. Because even with family, sometimes they make us feel like we have to do things we don't want to do because maybe it don't align with them. It's not what they want. But who are we living for? We can only be ourselves. These are, again, I'm going to say again, this is a power surge spread. This is an individuality spread. Some of you may be struggling with truly being authentic with yourselves, or you're hesitant. Maybe you don't feel good about having to do certain things because of the people, we care about people, the people we love. But it's your justice. It's your justice. Tap in. This is what's going to reignite it. This is what cuts your switch on. Confirmation. This is what cuts your switch on so that you can embody, even though it's a page. Remember, pages ain't always completely bad depending on how it lands with other cards, right? Sometimes there's nothing wrong with tapping into our inner child. Sometimes our inner child could be blocked. This could signify, in this being in the blocked position, this could be a blocked inner child, feeling like you had no voice, feeling like you don't have a voice because, well, you always got to cover something up. You don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to do that. You can tap in and be who you want to be. And if you want to be that bold, that person that kind of like quick-witted, like they said, that snappy making decisions. And when I say snappy, we don't mean in a rude way. If you want to be that person that's like, hey, I want to do this, and I'm going to do it now. I'm doing it like this. No, it's my way. It's not necessarily a my way or the highway, but if you can't get with what I'm laying down, you got to go. You got to go. Because your happiness, your peace is what's important. No one's going to do it for you. All that fake validation, all that outside noise, they're not going to do it for you. That's your justice. This is an individuality spread. This is your justice. This is your time. Own it. Own it respectfully. Because remember, what you put out, you're going to get back. So don't put out any energy you don't want back. Okay? And that's easier said than done. We all have to work on that. Okay? Walk in forgiveness. Walk in your truth. Keep God first. Keep God first. And if God is too heavy of a word for you to understand, keep your higher power first. Keep your higher power first. Okay, you guys, remember, it's one love for self. Peace.